This short video, let's look at the vision capabilities of Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So this model is already available on Claude.ai. So let's start off with, I have enabled an artifacts feature over here and I have uploaded an image over here. So this is an image. So this is a photo of, a medicine label, basically an Ayurvedic medicine, right? And let's see what Claude Sonnet does with this image. So I asked, like, what is this image about? It says the image shows the composition label of what appears to be an Ayurvedic or herbal supplement. It lists the ingredients and their quantities in per 10 grams of the product. The ingredients are listed in both Hindi, and English with their scientific names. And the label includes various herbs. So Dashmul 450 mg. Now if you open over here, Dashmul 450 mg. So it is done quite a good OCR over here. If you look at the quality of this image, it's not that great. But yeah, it's done an OCR over here. And if you look at, there is skew over here in the image. The text is kind of curved over here, right? Because it's a photograph of a bottle. But still, it is able to capture the information properly over here. And I can ask follow-up questions on this context. Okay, so that is what I asked, like what is Piper longum and how it can be used. So with Claude Sonnet, you can develop a medicine label, a reader for medicine labels, and probably you can have a chatbot, right, to discuss about the contents and other things. Here's another example. So this is an image of a menu, again handwritten, quite challenging, because if you see over here, quite challenging for OCR because you have reflection, you have other things over here, lighting and other things in this image, glare, right, reflection. So I uploaded this image and I asked, like, what is the price of milk? So I actually asked milk, basically this price. I expected this 28.50 to come out. But then it says milk badam cold. So it's kind of combined, these two lines, and it says it's 95.25 over here. So then I asked just milk price. Then it says apologies for the confusion in the previous response. Looking at the menu again, I see that the price for plain milk is listed as 28.50, right? So it is actually pulled it properly over here. Then I ask another question over here. I also have a typo. What is the price of mangalore buns? There's a typo over here. So according to the menu in the image, the price of mangalore buns is 45. So if you open it over here and if you see mangalore buns, it's actually 62. So this is an error. So errors can happen, right? But it does a good OCR over here. Again, a challenging scenario for OCR. Okay. Now let's go to another example where I have uploaded a medical prescription. And if you see over here, this is actually handwritten data, right? Let me minimize this a little bit for you to see this thing. So it's a handwritten prescription by a doctor. I have redacted some information over here. And if you see, there are things like knee pain, left greater than right, aggravated since 1 year, difficulty in ADL, DM plus, HTN, hypertension, and so on. Okay. Now let's see what is the interpretation of this particular image. So here I said, can you decipher the content and explain the next steps? So it says that this is the initial assessment form for a medical patient. Yes, the key information is, bilateral knee pain, left worse than right. The first sentence is correct. Aggravated since 1 year. Again, OCR is excellent, handwritten over here. Difficulty in ADL, activities of daily living. But here it says BMI plus HTN. So here it is done a little bit of hallucination, because if you look at this thing, it was actually DM plus HTN plus. So it is like diabetes plus hypertension plus. But here it goes for BMI plus. A bit of hallucination over here. And then it says on examination, knee below knee, varus crepitus, bilateral knee deformity and cracking sound. I'm not sure if it is present over here. Let's see. Crepitus is there. BL knee, yes, it is there, right? So it is actually picked up that as well. And it says restricted range of motion, X-ray knee is done, and grade 4 osteoarthritis in both knees. So next steps, I asked like what are the next steps, right? So next steps, it says comprehensive evaluation, thorough review of medical history, pain management, develop a plan, address comorbidities, manage elevated hypertension and elevated BMI. Again, this is hallucination, not BMI. It should be DM plus diabetes. Improve ADL, activity and daily living, basically. Activities of daily living. Okay, so it is actually physical therapy, assistive devices, follow-up imaging, patient education, regular follow-ups. So it kind of gives that over here. Here also it's done a excellent job of the OCR, but yeah, hallucination is still there. Okay, some hallucination is there. Okay, so yeah, so this was OCR images, right? So then I tried an image of a formula. So this is a formula of Gaussian, basically. Then I asked like explain the significance and practical applications of the formula in the image. So it says that it shows the probability density function of the normal distribution, also known as Gaussian distribution, and then it explains a lot of things. Okay, I'm not sure if I had named it something else, would it still have identified the formula over here? Probably it would. Okay, but that's another experiment which can be done. I can name it as something else and then upload it, but I think it still looks at the image and the formula, not the metadata. Okay, so it says significance. It describes the bell-shaped curve that characterizes many natural and social phenomena, fundamental component of statistic methods. Practical application, it lists a series of practical applications, and normal distribution is used to model continuous variables. So this can be used for educational purposes. So you can have an app which can capture formulas. You can send the image to Claude 3.5 Sonnet and you can get back your explanations. Okay, visual question answering. So it can be used for that purpose, right? So this is another example. And finally, what I wanted to show was I took a screenshot of this Google Finance page. Okay, this is Nifty 50 index, and then I uploaded that screenshot and I asked like, can you create a complete UI as shown in this screenshot? The UI should be interactive. Okay, now with this artifact features of Claude Sonnet 3.5, it can generate code and it can have an interactive dashboard over here. Basically, it can generate the code and show it over here. So it says, I understand you would like to create an interactive UI similar to Google Finance, but I cannot reproduce copyrighted designs. I can still create a custom financial dashboard component with similar functionality. It writes the code and it creates this first version of the UI. Okay, and if you look at the first version of the UI, when I click on this, it doesn't work. All right, if you see, this timeline doesn't change. Right, some values change over here, some graphs change, but this timeline doesn't change. So then I said like, okay, the time period does not dynamically change. So then it iteratively says that, okay, you are right, I apologize for overlooking that, let's improve the component and make the time period functional. And then it came up with this React component financial dashboard. And if you look at over here, if I were to change this to 5 days, you can see this over here, it is actually changing the date, right? But the values are wrong. Okay, somehow the values, I expected it to be 28.7, then 29.7, so on, right? But here it's going to 2025. Now if I go to 1 month, 2024 787, and here it is 9.6. Yeah, probably okay, right? But yeah, this just gives you an may not be the right code. Maybe with further iterations and other things, you can get a right React component over here, and then you can figure out how to plug your data. Okay, but it's able to do this, interactive dashboard, and this is quite impressive. So these are some of the vision features. Basically, vision. I wanted to test out vision capability of Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And yeah, these were some of the use cases which I have tried. There could be many other use cases for vision with Claude 3.5 Sonnet. If you have some of the use cases which you want to test, you can put it in the description of the video. I can check it out. You can also go and try over here. This is free. Only thing is I found out that, in the morning when I tried it, I could upload only 2 images. And then it said that you cannot, the free version does not allow you to do. And I had to wait till evening and then I could try these things. So there are limits for the free version. You can upgrade to a, pro version, which is like $20 per month, where you get, they say 5x more access to Claude 3.5 and 5x more usage. Okay. Further details of Claude 3.5 Sonnet are present over here. It is their first release in the forthcoming Claude 3.5 model family, and they say that this performs better than, say, GPT-4o. Right, and yeah, the other things are present over here. I would not go into it. They say that it performs better than GPT-4o on a lot of benchmarks, again on even vision capabilities. That's what they're saying over here. Okay, you can check it out. It performs better than even Claude 3 Opus or Gemini 1.5 Pro. That is a claim over here, but you can, the most interesting feature is artifacts. So with artifacts, you can generate content like code snippets, text documents, or website designs. And these appear in a dedicated window like this, right? Thereby, you can iteratively improve those things in real time. Okay. And you can integrate this AI generated content into your project and workflows. Hope this video is useful. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you in another video.